Recently, there has been a lot of drama surrounding Kevin O'Leary and his involvement in the FTX drama. In this video, I'm going to be discussing what happened and what it means for O'Leary's reputation. Stay tuned. Hi there, welcome to Thinker Post. Kevin O'Leary, or as some may know him, Mr. Wonderful, has made waves in the world of business and investing. His wealth of knowledge quickly earned him a seat on one of TV's most successful shows, Shark Tank, where he uses his expertise to uncover intriguing opportunities in businesses and invest wisely into their potential. Mr. Wonderful also engages followers online through YouTube and Twitter, garnering nearly 1 million fans across both platforms. After a stellar reputation, Kevin O'Leary's business investing blunders caused his public image to take a hit over the past few years. In 2017, O'Leary got in the crypto game early by buying Bitcoin, but as recently as 2019, he was still publicly calling it a scam. In 2020, when the prices of cryptocurrencies started rising, Kevin decided to disclose that most of his investment focus switched from traditional stocks to cryptocurrency. Let's take a look at this clip from CNBC where he was interrupted to remind his past.
I was totally arguing with you on Squawk Box. You went from Charlie Munger's view on Bitcoin to Michael Saylor's view on Bitcoin. And I actually kidded you about it. I said, who are you? You may know nothing, but you're never in doubt. You're so strident when you said it was just worthless and rat poison. And then 6 months later, you're like this Bitcoin bull. So I didn't understand that conversion. Did that conversion coincide with the 15 million that you got from FTX?
No, I was investing 3.5 years earlier than that.
I gotta stop you. You just said you made this conversion in what year?
I think it was 2018 I started investing, yeah.
Okay, well, I just for, as a point of fact, for what it's worth, May 14th, 2019, you came on television and called Bitcoin garbage.
Was this change due to growing profits or damage control? While we may never know, one thing is certain: O'Leary has earned large sums by leveraging his massive social media following. Recently, Sam Bankman-Fried's ambitious and fraudulent house of cards has left a lasting impact on the reputation that Kevin O'Leary worked hard to build over the last 10 years. Despite his $15 million paycheck as a spokesperson, it wasn't until SBF went on his emotional tour after FTX filed for bankruptcy when inconsistencies were laid bare, exposing this company was operating nothing more than an elaborate fraud. While no one can undo what is done, if only O'Leary had taken responsibility earlier by admitting he was wrong and donating those influencer fees towards its victims in remorse. Kevin O'Leary was presented with an opportunity to redeem his reputation by returning the SBF funds he had earned. But instead of doing so, and even more shockingly, he publicly suggested that working together in future may be on the cards. Let's examine why this unlikely partnership persists despite FTX founder being embroiled in scandal. At the recent New York Times Dealbook Summit, SBF denied any wrongdoing regarding use of funds. He explained away an $8 billion shortfall in FTX's balance sheet as a result of inadequate management and technical issues. Despite these accusations, Kevin O'Leary still has faith that Sam Bankman-Fried is innocent. So much so he testified on his behalf during a US Senate hearing this month. Unfortunately for SBF though, it was too late right before this pivotal moment in court. He got arrested and detained abroad in the Bahamas. Let's hear Kevin O'Leary's testimony in the US Senate.
Why do you believe FTX failed?
I have an opinion. I don't have the records. Here it is. After my accounts were stripped of all of their assets and all of the accounting and trade information, I couldn't get answers from any of the executives in the firm, so I simply called Sam Bankman-Fried and said, "Where is the money, Sam?" He said he had been clearing price with other buyers and you do the transaction.
Kevin O'Leary and Sam Bankman-Fried had a bond so tight that the Shark Tank star actually possessed FTX's CEO phone number, and he called SBF to check where did the money go. Something more interesting: Kevin O'Leary's investment in FTX was a bit of an eyebrow raiser. For one, he admitted to doing next to no due diligence before investing. As it turns out, Binance, FTX's biggest competitor, held 20% ownership, and O'Leary said he is not aware of it until recently, raises big red flags to everyone. It's hard to imagine that Kevin O'Leary, the savvy investor of Shark Tank fame and known for his sharp business acumen, could have been so inefficient. There are other interesting bits in this tale as well. It appears that SBF allegedly stole user funds to buy back shares from Binance, which is against the law. Furthermore, SBF was initially off by $1 billion on just how much money they supposedly spent during their buyback, raising questions about whether or not any of these claims can be trusted, and this makes Mr. O'Leary look very much foolish man. On November 6, 2022, Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao shared on Twitter his company's plan to offload their entire stake in FTT tokens valued at an estimated $500 million. In response to the news, Alameda Research, FTX's investing arm, CEO Caroline Ellison proposed a buyout offer for Binance's position. However, CZ declined and instead went forth with plans of selling it all on FTX, not mentioning anything about seeking out money from them as rumored earlier by Kevin O'Leary. Binance's sale of FTT tokens may have contributed to the downfall of FTX, but it appears that withdrawing from FTX had already started prior after an article was released by CoinDesk detailing Alameda's suspiciously large holdings. As far as everyone can see, Binance should be credited for favoring and protecting potential investors from investing more of their hard-earned money into this house of cards. Kevin O'Leary caused quite a stir when he shifted blame away from SBF and towards Binance. Kevin went on the media and defended SBF and blamed CZ.
In my view, my personal opinion, these two behemoths that own the unregulated market together and grew these incredible businesses in terms of growth were at war with each other. And one put the other out of business intentionally. Now, maybe there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe there's nothing wrong with love and war. But Binance is a massive, unregulated global monopoly now. They put FTX out of business. Now, lots of other reasons, I'm sure, but that's my personal opinion.
Recently, CZ from Binance responded to CNBC calling Kevin O'Leary a liar.
Well, I think Kevin O'Leary, he's making a bunch of nonsense claims, and they don't make sense. They don't make any logic. He shouldn't be making those claims as a celebrity investor. I'm actually very surprised that he's able to omit a lot of different things and make some really specific targeted things. And he says he was talking with SBF up until the point that SBF was arrested.
Yeah,
That's
I
an
see your
indicator
point.
of a very special relationship. So Calvin omitted the fact that there's no records. That's not a problem to him. So he just want to talk to Sam and believe whatever Sam says. He doesn't want to look at the records. And if you look, and he wants to omit all the small spendings, $50 million, $200 million. $200 million is small spending. That's very convenient. He says he didn't know that Binance was a shareholder of FTX. So he invested in FTX without looking at the cap table. But he was very specific in the way he counts for a transaction 2 years ago. So that's kind of contradictory. So I think Calvin's a liar. So I think he's lying about a bunch of stuff.
It's possible that O'Leary was motivated by trying to improve his public image, as many have speculated about the close relationship between him and FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried. In fact, it appears that Kevin only based his perception of events on one phone call with Mr. Bankman, completely ignoring any further due diligence or investigation into what happened at the crypto exchange. This lack of effort casts serious doubts on O'Leary's investing acumen and suggests an irresponsible approach to financial decisions and put his business ventures into trouble as they, for most part, rely on his public image and social media following. O'Leary's business acumen is so impressive that FTX was willing to pay him a whopping $15 million just for his brand name alone. His down-to-earth approach has made thousands of investors and entrepreneurs turn to him as the go-to guru for guidance. However, since he dived into cryptocurrency trading a few years ago, it's become clear that the man himself might not be quite living up to this image. Now, with this less than desirable outcome in mind, is Kevin still able to make something great of himself? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the content.